Hey everybody, it's Double RPG here, and welcome back to another episode of Double RPG Let's Play with Kirby, Nightmare in Dreamland on the Game Boy Advance. In today's episode, we are going through both Level 5 and Level 6, which is Yogurt Yard and Orange Ocean. We will complete them entirely. And then after that, we only have one world left, but we'll save that until the next episode. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get on with this episode that's already in progress, shall we? And as you can tell, we are here at Yogurt Yard, and I think there's a total of 6 levels in this game, or 6 levels in this, or 6 stages in this one level, and we are going to go through them entirely, as well as the ones that are in Orange Ocean. So yes, 2 more worlds in this episode today. So how was everybody's weekend? Unfortunately, we did not do the, what do you call it? Ouch. Unfortunately, we did not do, the guys at the 40S podcast, we did not do the, what you call it? We did not do the breaking news segment because, there were some things at the last minute that I kind of got myself tied up with, but things weren't even going my way, and so we had to cancel doing it. But we will talk about it in the next episode, or we will talk about it, you know, for Saturday, you know, for the episode that we're presenting today. And then I should have it edited up and then worked on, and then we can get it up, or then I can get it up on Got Game at some point. And I know I tend to be lacking with the stuff that I've done so far, but there is a good reason for that. I'm still kind of job searching right now, and I've been actually putting that more into priority, so I haven't been able to get things done quickly. And not only that, but one game in particular that I bought off the PlayStation Network, which is a PS1 classic, seems to be taking up a lot of my time now, and that is the game Chrono Cross on the PS1. That was made by Squaresoft. Great game, by the way, so pick it up if you haven't. But yeah, that game has just been, so addicting, and very good for a sequel to Chrono Trigger. I don't care what you say, and I don't care what critics say about the game, you know, being very different from Chrono Trigger. I think it's actually a really good sequel. Sure, it may be different in terms of the art style, but in terms of story, it's actually a pretty good one. Really good. But yeah, since I have now completed Chrono Cross, you know, and getting the best ending, you know, through the first play, then I should be able to put in more focus on getting the other stuff done, as well as putting the annotations on my other videos, you know, the Golden Sun and the Conker's Bad Fur Day videos. Because of me, you know, putting in time with job searching and all that, I should have enough freedom to, you know, like I said, to get the other things done to where I will have the stuff on those videos, so people can be directed to newer episodes and whatever, or directed to my YouTube channel, or to, you know, to subscribe to my channel and that kind of stuff. Yeah, so there's lots of things that's going on with my life, so I know I've been kind of lacking in terms of, you know, what I put out there, but I do apologize before, in advance. It's just everybody has some things in their life that they want to take, you know, that they want to take care of, but at the same time, you know, with personal life, it's really kind of hard to, you know, get things done when you do your normal spiel. You know, this is the normal spiel that I do on a daily basis, so. Okay, we should be getting closer to completing level 2, or stage 2, of World 5. Or we could call it level 5, but I rather prefer to call it, you know, World 5. It would actually make much more sense. I don't know why they refer to the worlds as levels, but that's just beyond me. Well, I guess the only person who we can ask for clarification is Masahiro Sakurai. Oh, and by the way, did you hear that Kid Icarus Uprising has finally gone gold? Yeah, looks like Sakurai is managing to pull the game off with flying colors now. And it seems like he's not putting in any more emphasis and wanting to put in, you know, some very heavy polish, as he's done enough polish as it is, and it should be a really good game when it comes out. Definitely worth picking up this March, by the way, if you want to see Return of Kid Icarus. Plus, with the purchase of Kid Icarus Uprising, you can actually be able to get a free copy of Kid Icarus 3D or 3D Classics off of the eShop when it releases around the same time as Kid Icarus Uprising. I thought that was actually pretty cool, so yeah, I will be sure to put in some emphasis to try to get that done. but, you know, in terms of my financial situation, it's kind of hard at the moment, but I will try regardless. Okay, so let's try that again, and as we are going through the newer worlds in this game is particularly going to get a little bit more difficult, but it still manages to maintain itself as an easy experience. But I just hope that I don't have to fall off that ledge again, which I don't think is the case, since we managed to get the sword power-up. And like I said, the sword power-up is my favorite in the entire game, and mostly the favorite out of everybody who has played Kirby. And good reason, too, because, you know, it's a really good projectile weapon, it's really fast, it makes you feel like you're playing as Link in a Kirby game, and it pretty much is the inspiration of what made Kirby suck in the players in Super Smash Bros. To obtain their own power-ups and such. So yeah, very big similarities. Okay, let's go in here. Oh boy, I think we're gonna have to get rid of this. Let's get that 1-up. Get out of there! Oh, dang it. That was kind of a waste. Oh well, we have 21 lives, so who am I complaining? Or who am I to complain? But we do get the max tomato, and that was some ground right there that managed to stop us. And if we go in here, do we fight? Nope, we don't fight the Meta Knights again yet. I hope we do fight them, because usually they are the mid-level boss. Most of the time. Actually, no, that was the end of level 3, believe it or not. Or stage 3. Or area 3 of level 5. Like I said, I'm not really comfortable with the logic that they're going by in this game, with the, you know, with the stages that you go through in, you know, in contrast to the worlds that you travel, which are considered to be the levels. Okay, we're doing air grind again, and I feel it's a good time where we can grind for some more extra lives. And like I said, grinding for extra lives in this game, it's pretty darn easy. It seems like most of the remakes these days are becoming pretty easy in comparison to the original counterparts. I mean, just take a look at Yoshi's Island on the Game Boy Advance, which is Super Mario Advance 3. That was actually a lot easier than the Super Mario Brothers or Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island on the Super Nintendo. I mean, they're both great games, but, you know, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island was actually a much more challenging game overall. But it seems like they just kind of eased that up a little bit in the remake on the Game Boy Advance. Not to say it's a bad thing, mind you, but, you know, it's just sometimes, you know, when you have a lot of extra lives like that, that can tend to be overkill sometimes. It's always good to have a really good challenge, I believe. Actually, I wanted to grab that, or wanted to swallow that up so I can obtain its power, because we want to try to get that extra life that's right there. Okay, very good. Okay, nice. And we could just let that go. Okay, here's Meta Knight, and with his army of Meta Knights. And we pretty much have to do the same spiel all over again. We can either suck them up, swallow them, or we could just spit them back out at, you know, at themselves. Like I said, I feel this is a bit easier, you know, this remake is actually a bit easier than the original. It's not to say that it's a bad game, but, you know, it just feels a little bit more dumbed down, from what I can tell, and a little bit more polished. But it's always good to have a bit more polish, but in terms of challenge, I still prefer the original. But you might ask, which one do I prefer more on the Game Boy Advance? This game or the Amazing Mirror? I would have to say, in terms of it being truly different from most other Kirby games, I'd say the Amazing Mirror is probably my favorite on the Game Boy Advance, because I feel that game is actually truly different from all the other games in the franchise. You know, specifically it being a precursor, or, you know, kind of following itself in the same vein as Legend of Zelda 4 Swords, but in the side-scrolling sense. And besides, there's a lot of content in that game, and for speedrun people, I have learned that it would take a speedrunner about 45 minutes to complete that game, and that's quite a feat for, you know, a game like that, so, yeah. Really interesting. Get that sword power-up back. And there's a blue Waddle Dee. And there's some different, what do you call it? Some different palette swaps for the characters. the only thing I find interesting with the enemies that we fight in this game. So, yeah, it's just that most of them are pretty redundant to this point, but they have palette swaps. You know, it kind of would make you say, you know, that's fine and all, but doesn't that kind of kill the creativity in a sense? I mean, sure, Mario pretty much had the same enemies in most of the other games, but every time when you progress through the worlds in, in the different games, you got to see a lot more newer enemies than what you already have seen. So, yeah, it's like they just put in so many of these enemies at once, and they just don't care about the amount of content with the enemies, or for them to be different than what you see from the beginning. I mean, it's nice to see that the sub-bosses and the regular bosses are different, but, in terms of the regular enemies that you fight, there could have been a bit more variety. But, since it's a really good game, it's one of those things that you can overlook, because it just, with the overall gameplay, it really comes down to whether or not if it's, good or not. And, this game is a really good game and a very faithful remake at that, so... yeah, I would say that it's one of those things that can be overlooked because of just how awesome this game is. Because with Kirby games, you can do the Kirby shuffle like that. I know. I tend to reference the Curly shuffle from the Three Stooges when I say the Kirby shuffle. It's funny. Am I gonna need a wheel power-up? Looks like. But we don't need that Max Tomato. Ouch. Get that back to me. Hey! Jerks! You all suck. Ah, you suck! Oh well, that's okay. And let's get going fast here, so that way we can avoid everything. And we avoided everything. Here, I'll just take your power-up instead, which is another sword one. And I always go for sword power-ups, as I said before. But hopefully we don't need any other types of power-ups as gimmicks to get through some of the harder places. Probably are, because there are a couple levels that I did miss out on with the hidden switches. But as I said, I'm not going to be going for all the hidden switches in this game, so that's kind of out of the question. I think I was supposed to get the rock power-up, but yeah, I was supposed to, so I can go in there and hit that switch. Ah, dang. They really do make this game a little bit more challenging, with the worlds that you go through and and trying to figure out how to get through them all. Anyway, let's go ahead and complete this level, and we will go fight against the boss. Or fight against the boss. I was about to say bossed, and I was like, bossed? Is that even a word? Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, it's boss time. And looks like we're finding this machine that is digging. Digging holes. And we're going to want to attack it from behind. And this is a pretty interesting boss, if I do say so myself. Because, if it digging up dirt within this place is different from the other gimmicks that the other bosses have tried to do. I mean, this is one of those things where everything is auto-scrolling and makes things a bit more challenging. It's kind of like, doing the gauntlet, or the final battle gauntlet in Super Mario 3D Land. It's really fun, but it makes things really challenging, to present you with fair and really good challenge in the long run. Okay, we're here at Orange Ocean, and Kirby was a pirate, but he falls down, and now he's being chased by an evil shark. They just only do that kind of stuff within the levels just to put in some entertainment, but they don't actually happen within the real game, or in the actual game, that is. Okay, so let's go ahead and get through the Orange Ocean as it is. And oh my god, it's that elephant again. You suck! That's all I gotta say. You suck, I really hate you, and you set a bad example for Kirby bosses everywhere. Oh, come on, get him! Get him! Thank you! Go ahead and summon you, and you are a throw ability. Yeah, throw ability is something I don't think I've mentioned in the Kirby games. Actually, you suck something up to you, and you can use it as a projectile to throw at objects, or to even break some of those blocks, like what I'm gonna do right here. Actually, let's suck that up towards us, and, we'll throw it. Yeah, that's not gonna work, so we need to get up here, and then we'll throw it like this, and we will grab that one up with grace. So yeah, we're more like the fighter type again, but instead, we are just throwing the enemies away from ourselves. And we can use them as projectiles to, to fend off against enemies. And evidently, I think I kind of screwed up there with trying to, actually, dang it. It's not what I wanted to do, but, okay. Let's see. Can we try it again? Yeah, we can actually do it that way. And we can actually hit the switch. Why didn't I not see this before? I don't know. And it's just a museum where we can switch for different power-ups. So, pretty much worthless in case if you really need the extra help. And we can get rid of Throw Kirby right there because I think we pretty much already made our point with this level to try to get through it and to, see if we could try to find the secret or whatever. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure some of you probably didn't even, or I'm not sure whether or not if some of you heard me during my Golden Sun Let's Play as of yesterday, but how many of you have taken a look at the new trailer for Resident Evil 6? Yeah, I mean, sure, it may piss off a lot of purists of the franchise because of it still maintaining the action elements from Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 5, but it looks like it's going to bring back the dark and brooding atmosphere that seemed to be absent in Resident Evil 5. I mean, it was captured in Resident Evil 4, but in Resident Evil 5, no. That's why I tend to detest Resident Evil 5 with flaming passion, because it's, not exactly survival horror at its finest. I know some people can tend to say that Resident Evil 4 may fall in the same vein, but I tend to disagree, because that game actually made you feel kind of scared, and it actually put you in the perspective of where you're trying to defend yourself 100% of the time, mostly. It's not like you're having Ashley Graham stick with you 100% of the time to where, things start to become a bit more difficult. And I can tend to say that Resident Evil 4 is actually a really good entry because of one thing. And that's because Shinji Mikami actually worked on the game. So, I think some people tend to forget about that because, they rather still see the tradition of Resident Evil stick to where it should be. But, with Shinji Mikami taking the director's role for RE4, I can actually think of it as a good game. And I really do. I really think it's one of the best entries in terms of trying to be different from its predecessors. I mean, sure, but... And I definitely think it was one of the things where the puzzle solving was actually kind of present in a sense. Because with Resident Evil 5, there was no puzzle solving whatsoever. It was just mostly action oriented, or everything was eye candy, or where it's all equivalent to what people can say is a Michael Bay movie, but in the form of a video game, because that's what it seemed like for Resident Evil 5, is that it seemed like the equivalent of a Michael Bay film, because everything was more about eye candy rather than trying to present the actual, foundations of what Resident Evil is supposed to be. I mean, sure, Resident Evil 4 was action-based, but at least it did manage to maintain some of those survival horror elements to where it could actually be considered survival horror partially. Okay, so Stage 2 has been completed, and now we're going to Stage 3. So, Orange Ocean, we're actually going to be in touch with mostly ship areas and swimming areas and all that jazz. So, yeah, looks like things are a bit creative here. And no, Kirby is not a pirate, and I'm not going to be quoting that meme from, what do you call, Lazy Town, or, yeah, Lazy Town or whatever, because it's already redundant, and, you don't, and I really don't think the gal, was not even a pirate whenever she sang that song, because she wasn't presenting herself to be a pirate to begin with, because she was still sticking in her regular character. So, with her just singing in her regular character when she thinks that she is a pirate, it's kind of misleading in a sense, so I could tend to say that's BS. Or that's bull, in a sense. Baloney! Okay, let's see. I think there was something that I was missing, or something that I'm wanting to get by going through these places, because I actually think there is, an extra life somewhere. Yep, as you can see, there's one right there, but there's also another in a different location, too. And, but where it is, well, just have to find it. So I think we have to go through these windows since they're open. And yes, we get access to the first extra life. And we get access to the second one. Very good. Okay, now we have 31 in our stock. Not bad, not bad. Okay, let's see. Do we have to go up? I think we do. And actually, I think we will need this because there is a cannon that we can take, unless if we try to find it, and I doubt we're gonna find it now since I didn't check out that other, route. But, what the hey. Might as well get done with it, right? Besides, we don't need to find every little secret in a game to, complete this as a, complete this at 100%, because I really think, some Kirby games, unless if they're mandatory, they don't really require you to go for 100% most of the time. Unless if it was something like trying to obtain achievements, kind of like, the DS game Mass Attack, because, with the certain objectives you meet, you can actually try to complete that game at 100%. So, yeah, if there are achievements in the game that take place to where 100% is a necessity to get an achievement that way, then yeah, they can be considered important. But sometimes they can be impossible because of how challenging everything is within the gameplay, later on. Like, for example, one of the games I've actually managed to beat at 100% that was on the PS3 was actually the game Resident Evil 5, even though I tend to disregard that because, of it not being truly faithful to the original material of the RE franchise. But, yeah, it was one of the games I actually managed to beat fully at 100%. Where I basically played the game in all 4 difficulties, and I pretty much got all the trophies, so yeah, and I got the platinum trophy at the end, so yeah, it was quite a feat, but I managed to pull it off. Sometimes there are things that you can't pull off very well, but that doesn't mean that you're bad. No, it's just sometimes you actually just need to put in a little bit more effort and more experience into the game to see if you can actually try to, completely, complete it as whole. Go ahead and grab this. And let's go down. 3 extra lives right there, and there's no way to get that either. I think you will need something like the beam or whatever to, the beam from Waddle Doo in order to hit the bomb right there, or the bomb block, so that way you can open up that pathway and you can get those extra lives, but that's alright. Come on, let's get up here. And here's the extra life right there. And we pretty much lost those 2 points of energy after taking 2 hits, so that was kind of pointless. But no, it wouldn't be pointless, because if we just decide to keep in those 2 extra, if we didn't go for that, didn't go for that power up to save us from those 2 extra hits, then we probably would have died, and then we'd have to start that part of the stage all over again. Are we getting closer? Oh gosh, I hate those guys. And there's a nuke right there, but it managed to blow itself up before it even got to us. Go ahead and use Cutter for a bit. And there was a freaking Waddle Doo right there. Something that I would have wanted probably a minute ago. Ugh. Game! Why do you gotta be so mean? Yeah, why are you being so mean with hitting us with the coconuts and whatever? This is not Monty Python and the Holy Grail, okay? And this is definitely not the movie Castaway with Tom Hanks. Specifically, you know, with the coconuts falling from the huge palm tree or whatever. Okay, so let's go to stage 5. Everything looks a bit spacey. Get it? Kevin Spacey? No, I'm just kidding. Alright, we're gonna use Ice Power Up for a bit, and I'm not sure how long it's going to be useful, but we might as... nope, I was right. It wasn't gonna take us that long. Okay, let's just use Spark Kirby for a bit. I do like Spark Kirby. There are some power-ups I like, and some that I just cannot stand. Ooh, Max Tomato! I need that. Thank you! And no, we won't take Laser Kirby. We will take that Swordsman. Actually, I'm not sure if we can take the Swordsman because we just flooded everything! No, we can't get it. Dang it. Can we, get it? Dang you! Oh well. Let's just go ahead and leave. I could really care less about that power-up anyway, from that position where it was at. We could try again. And yeah, we're not doing so hot with the, you know, with trying to obtain all the, you know, the power-ups, or trying to get all the secrets and whatnot. But, you know, as I said from before, but I really don't need to repeat myself since I already stated it. Ew. Screw you, Waddle Doo. Dang you! That thing always gets me every time when I start there. Okay, I'm not sure if we're gonna do it, but I think we're gonna try. Give that to me! Gosh, you guys suck! Stupid Waddle Doo, quit following me! There, or Waddle Dee, or whatever. Anyway, what we're trying to do here... Dang it. Can we get down there and hit the cannon? Yes, we will. Okay, very nice. And that takes us to that other switch. So we are finding most of the switches here at Orange Ocean. Very nice. Okay, let's get out of this level and go to the next one before the boss. And we got second place. You know, hitting the spring again, but it's okay. Okay, and if we go in through those doors... Oh, it's a quick draw game. Okay, we'll do it. And I'm not sure, but this is probably the point where quick draw is actually going to be a bit harder. Because I do remember that it does actually get harder when you progress further in the game, so... Yeah. And I don't know what's up with me and yawning all of a sudden. I think I got about 7 hours of sleep last night. So I do apologize. I mean, I'm trying to do my best to stay up and at 'em for you when doing this live commentary. And I am for the most part. I mean, you hear me talking or flapping my gums, aren't I? Oh, screw you, King DDD. We didn't even get any extra lives. You suck. Okay, let's go through level 6 or stage 6, and we will complete it, and then we can fight against the boss. And the boss is actually pretty self-explanatory as to who it is, since we are getting closer to the end of the game. Oh gosh, I wanted that. And how are we going to get past there? I don't know. I know there's a part where if you suck in 2 power-ups at the same time, you can, what do you call it? You can actually, try to do a roulette to see which type of power-up you would get instead of just, one of the two. You could get something entirely different. And I know... Oh, God, oh, God, I thought I was gonna die. Let's just get out of here and, excuse me. Oh, come on! Come on, I want to go back up there at that exit. or whatever. So that way we can get through more so of this level. Get over here. I'm taking your sword power up. I'm Link Kirby. Or, my name's Willy Wonka. I'm taking your power up. Oh! It's not gonna take my power up. There's stupid UFOs trying to stop me. You guys suck! Screw you, UFOs! Oh well, we'll try again. It's, watch out for the UFOs that jump out all of a sudden, because they like to play, you know, they like to play hide and seek or whatever. Or they like to play tag, let's put it that way. Okay, there's another entryway, but that is not the exit. But we will go through it regardless. And how are we supposed to get through there? Actually, we just do it this way, and we have two different routes that we can take. Let's see what the bottom one takes. Oh, Ice Brothers. So we have to fight 2 of these guys, and we can obtain their power-ups. But they take a huge chunk of damage because of the ice blocks. So they are pretty easy bosses to fight against. Let's go ahead and suck up both of them. See, as you can tell, when we suck up 2 power-ups at once, that actually puts us in that roulette position as to what we can decide what power-up, or to where we can decide what power-up we want to choose instead of what we already have. You know what? I'll just take that. Can I take yours? Get down. Thank you. Take your sword again. And there is another doorway. But still, it's not the exit. And then we have to fight the Meta Knights one more time. I think this is the last time we have to fight against them in the entire game. And hopefully so, because that's, I don't want to have to go through that process ever again. And then I think we can get our revenge on Meta Knight after this level is completed. Because, believe it or not, the actual Meta Knight is a boss in Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland, or Kirby's Adventure. Go ahead and destroy you. Oh, God, no! Dang it! Okay, let's try it again. And we'll do it right this time. And we have nothing to stop us from hurting us quite a lot. Okay, very good. Go ahead and suck you up. And suck you up. And finish off you 2. Finish you off. And then finish off you 2 there. And then a level has been completed. Or a stage, that is. Alright guys, and after this stage, we finally have the boss stage. And with the boss stage, after we complete it, we will have completed this episode. Okay, we grab the sword power up, and we're gonna fight Meta Knight, you know, with blades. Or do a sword duel. And as you can tell, Meta Knight is actually pretty easy in his current stage. Yeah, he's pretty easy in this game as compared to the original. And after he's defeated, his mask is removed, and he looks like Kirby. But they always tend to kind of keep Meta Knight still underneath a mask. But now his secret has been revealed, and he looks like Kirby completely. Okay, the next level is level 7, Rainbow Resort. And we won't do that until the next episode. So anyway, gamers, if you have not done so already, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter with the links in the description. And if you like what you saw, then be sure to rate this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave comments below to let me know what you guys thought of this episode. Also, be sure to check out the RRPGReviews fan page on YouTube as well. Or not on YouTube, but on Facebook as well, as I could definitely use some more followers and some more likes there as well. Anyway, gamers, take care of yourselves, and I shall see you on the last episode of Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland on RRPG Let's Play, in terms of the live commentary. And I'll catch you later. Bye.